Hey, welcome to Late Night Backyard Wheezy Monday. How are we all doing today? Here's the thing, I thought it'd be fun to just walk around with a light on me in the backyard, but the problem is that because of the light, I can't see where I'm going at all. That's alright. How are you? It's day 6 of no alcohol, no sugar, added sugar, no social media. And, you know, it's fine. It's not that bad. What's the thing I miss most? I think the thing I miss most is it's kind of equal between sugar and alcohol. Because sometimes I want a snack. I want to just like bite into a chocolatey candy bar or something. And sometimes I want a nice glass of wine or a cocktail. Just like it's evening time. We just had dinner, and you know, sometimes we'll have wine with dinner. After dinner, I might want to have something chocolatey, have some ice cream or something. You know, just a little something that just feels like a tiny celebration. You know, and you just don't have that. I've been drinking soda water. And I'll go to, like, we have sunflower seeds that I occasionally will get a handful of. Or raisins technically are not added sugar. I haven't been having them, though, because they do pack a lot of sugar. That's technically natural. That was just in the grape. But grapes in general are just like the most sugary fruit. So I feel like that's kind of cheating. But I'll have banana, peanut butter, natural peanut butter, apple and peanut butter. But you can only have so much of that. And so, but in general, it's just got a deal. Just got to be like, nope, can't have anything. And then with social media, that's not as hard. In fact, I really don't miss it. I'll go to like various news sites to check out, you know, what's going on. I've heard about the major news of the week, and that's fine. I don't know what I don't know, so I'm sure there's some funny hot takes happening. So maybe some funny memes, some controversial tweets, fights, and stuff maybe I would have gotten involved in, but I don't need it. I don't miss it at all. I feel like I know where I stand on everything at this point. I just don't need the added stress of being like, well, should I say something? What would I say? That's probably the biggest source of stress for me, is just like trying to decide what to say, how to say it. When really, in the end, is it really that important that I say anything? Maybe. In certain situations, maybe I should. But I need a break from it. And I got this. I can say stuff on here if I want to. Although I don't really generally go into the things that are don't talk about things the way they're being talked to on the Twitters. In general, it's not too bad. Yesterday we were at my parents' house. Generally, we'll drink some wine there or something, or a cocktail, and that was kind of hard. It seems a little harder than when we did no sugar, and it's a little harder than when we did no alcohol. But yeah, combined, it makes sense. It's hard. In other news, I'm finishing up the water video. Let's go up this path. Ooh. Ooh. Dr. Aaron Carroll, I interviewed him this morning. Cut up that interview, and now putting that together with the rest of China and my findings about trying to measure our water exactly. I'm just going to spoil for you what the conclusion basically is. It was fine. Wasn't very life-changing to measure our water intake because we already probably drank a decent amount. And I was worried there were going to be bugs here, but there doesn't seem to be that many bugs. Good. It's good. And I don't know, it was fine. I feel like it sort of helped. Like if there was anything valuable I got out of it, it just sort of helped remind me that I need water sometimes. Like if I'm feeling tired, if I'm feeling just kind of down in a bad mood, it might be because I don't have enough water. In fact, it often is. And I didn't realize how often. But it's also not life-changing. It doesn't like, okay, I'm feeling down, I'm going to drink water, and then, whoa, everything is wonderful. It's just, I'm feeling down, drink water, now it's kind of normal. And that's something I kind of already knew, but doing this kind of just keeps it more in my mind to make sure I'm drinking enough. But also, I feel like sometimes I was probably drinking too much. I felt kind of full, like too full. That I actually didn't talk about that in this video. It just didn't fit in. Didn't really come up. But now you're learning about it. That's the value of the Wheezy Monday. And that makes sense because the typical amounts that they say you should have are like, if you're very active, a common belief is that like there's different metrics. Some people say 12-ounce glasses a day. Some people say, is that right? Eight? Yeah. Somewhere between 70 and 90 ounces for a woman that is averagely active, moderately active, and a man who's moderate. I don't know about moderately active for a man, but the app we used told me, because I said I was very active sometimes because I run, told me about a gallon a day. But those ideas come from a paper or from old research that also said, that everyone seems to ignore, is that a lot of the water we get from food. We get from a percentage of the water we have is from food, and that's included in the amount we're supposed to have every day. So I was probably drinking too much. Coffee's included. Coffee counts. A lot of people will say, well, coffee dehydrates you. Or alcohol, beer, that counts. According to, several people, but Dr. Aaron Carroll, I read his book about the Bad Food Bible, which is really good. I recommend anyone read it. Talks about how coffee, they say that coffee dehydrates you because it shows, in studies, it shows that, when you drink coffee, you will pee out more water, basically. But that'll happen like soon after you drink coffee, and then your body will compensate the rest of the day and you will pee out less water. So it doesn't really significantly dehydrate you. It might a little. So that it doesn't dehydrate you enough to not count that as your fluid intake for the day. So I counted that. You can count milk, you can count all sorts of things to get your water. And so I guess I kind of learned that by doing this experiment. In general, it was kind of just like, whatever. Not life-changing. Let's go back down. Bugs are coming out. But I think the no alcohol, no sugar, no social media all at once. Like ideally, I'd like to lose a little weight, maybe. I'd like to lose the belly a little bit more. So far, I haven't noticed anything about that. That would be nice. But in general, I would like to not have any of that be a habit. I don't want to do that. I don't want to just have this craving every time I eat a meal, to be like, oh, now I need to have something sweet. Or if I do have something sweet, it has to be like really sweet. We Americans really like a lot of sweet things. But that was already kind of in check, but getting rid of it all completely for a month, I think will hopefully not make me not rely on it in any way, shape, or form, because it does give energy spikes. Sometimes it makes me not feel so good, and then there's energy crashes. I did notice we kind of increased our sweets intake in the past several months, more so than I have in the past couple years, and I noticed significant energy crashes not too long after. Like, it doesn't last as long as coffee, and I felt like crap. That's gone now, and that's awesome, and I don't want that back. So I don't want to. So that's one reason I want to cut it down. And with alcohol, I notice I have more focus now. I have more energy. I feel better when I wake up in the morning. I have more motivation. It's not life changing. Probably maybe slightly life changing, but it's not like magical. It's not like I'm a superhuman. I feel like a superhuman yet, anyways. But it is noticeable. I do feel noticeably better throughout the day, and I do noticeably have more energy. I was writing the water video today, and I just blazed through it. Like, it was like a more enjoyable writing experience than I've had in a while. What was that? Something fell, like an acorn or something from the tree. I think is this gonna turn into Blair Witch? Huh? What was that? What was that? Let's see if I can brighten the light. Maybe if I brighten the light, there'll be a... Oh! 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 What do you see? Do you see anything? Okay. It's creepy, guys. Creepy, you guys. But I am noticing it's better, and I want it to continue to be better, and I don't want to feel like I have to... I just don't want these things to be a habit, you know? I know that quitting cold turkey for a time isn't going to solve the problem. Well, it might solve the... I think the idea is when I go back to just have sugar occasionally. With alcohol draws me in more, I think. If I have like one or two in an evening, I could easily slip into 4 or 5. So quitting that completely seems to be better. Now there's bugs for sure. Ugh. Wonder why. It's a light. So I don't know. I would ideally love to just have my alcohol habits be much like once a week or less after this. We'll see what happens. Sugar, occasionally in the evening, every other day or 2 or 3 or whatever. That's fine. Because like doing it earlier in the day, then you got the energy crash. But in the evening, it's probably fine. Social media, on the other hand, that I don't even miss it. Like, I feel like when I think about going to social media now, it just feels like pressure. Occasionally, I do have the urge when I'm writing, especially when I'm sitting at the computer, because like I'll need breaks. I'll need little breaks. Can't go grab some snack because of the sugar in it. I'm like, okay, this is a breaking point. Let's see what's on the Twitters. And like, oh nope, can't do that. So what do I do? Like, maybe I'll check a news site, but only briefly. I think I end up just working more, and I have the energy for it. All in all, this is good. This is just really good for me. I'd recommend it for anyone who feels like they want to be more productive. On the other hand, it's not necessary. Do what you want. I do think the energy crashes of sugar are killer. And depending on how much you drink, the day after is not so great. And that's about it. I'm gonna go in. It's really, really buggy out here. Happy Wheezy Monday, and watch out for the no water for a month video, even though I just spoiled it for you. It's going to be interesting, even though I made it sound like we didn't really learn anything. And any other news? I think that's about it. I feel like there's something else. That's about it. All right. Oh my God!